be my arrogance, but ain't nobody stopping me. That's how I go when you pay for the shows and you study that pimp biology.
2019, if you can believe it, we are already in March. And if you could believe it even more, somebody that we've known for a little while, someone we've known for a few minutes at the very least, has out of nowhere vaulted herself into YouTube superstardom. And that's exactly who we're having a live chat with today. I introduce you to the one, the only, the newest member of the 100,000 subscriber on YouTube club, Illuminati. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello. Nice to be here finally. I know we talked about this a long time ago, and now it's finally here. So
because
this is a little weird.
Because I'm smart, and I'm like, I saw the writing on the wall, and I was like, you know what? I could get you 20, 30,000, but why do that when we could wait till 100? And you were so nice and gracious enough to actually grant me that. So thank you. Thank you for giving that to me. I really appreciate it. And this is your first interview of this magnitude, right? This is the first time you've done something like this.
It is, yeah. This is really weird for me. It's like,
but this is the one I was excited about because, like Keemstar, all these guys, they're established. You're new to all of this for the most part. Like all of this is completely new. It's a new experience. So, like, I don't have to deal with the same questions that I always have to ask everybody else, or in the questions I do get to ask everybody else, I get to ask you, but it's fresh because you've never done this before. So I'm very excited. I'm excited for everybody to hear your story. So first off, congratulations on 100,000. How does it feel? Let's just start there.
It feels really surreal, to be honest. And I know a lot of people want to shit on me right off because of Reddit content or whatever, but it's, it's whatever. I think it's fun.
Right.
So, I enjoy it. This is just weird. And I'm just really happy that I have a really awesome fan base that's kind of grown around me. So I'm more proud of them than I am of me.
You do. The Redditors really took you in. Let's start there. I think if there's any place to start, it's there. Because when I knew you, when I first met you, you were not Illuminati. Well, you were still Illuminati, but you went by a different name back then when you were starting with Tommy C over at what was the ill-fated real fake people real news thing? What was it? What was he doing?
Sarah J. Warren.
Yeah, that was your character, Sarah J. Warren,
the offended newscaster. Yeah.
And you back then, you even got into a little bit of a thing with somebody who was growing at the time. You had a couple of
It did, yeah. Kavos took a stab at me, yeah, when I was literally fucking non-existent, but...
Yeah, non-existent, and you just got beat up a little bit. But I think all that kind of prepared you for the journey. So you started there with Tommy, and you were doing that, and then that project died, mercifully, I think. No offense to the project at all, but if that wouldn't have died, then Tommy wouldn't have been able to take steps forward to figure out what he wants to do now, and I think that's a really big thing. For you... After that, I mean, you were doing your own content on your channel, but they were kind of like, you were doing like hauls, you were doing story times and stuff like that. What changed? What changed in the content? What changed in your mindset? And how did you find what you're doing now with all the Reddit stuff?
So the first Reddit video, I actually made it at the beginning of November of last year. And I made it because one of my girlfriends, she messaged me one day and was like, "Oh, Blair, I have this product that I want you to try," or some shit like that. And I was like, "What is it?" I look it up, find out it's an MLM. She knows I hate this crap. Like,
MLM, she for those who don't know, is?
Multi-level marketing.
There you go.
Yeah, it's that gray area between a direct selling model and a pyramid scheme. It's absolutely shady. I hate it with a passion. Yeah, she sends me some fucking diet supplement stuff, even though she literally spent the whole year like losing weight and she like became vegan for the dietary purpose. Like she lost weight because she put hard work into it. Right. And then she tried to turn around and go, "Look, Blair, I lost this kind of weight and now I'm like selling these pills." And I'm like, that doesn't correlate. So I literally went to anti-MLM, the subreddit. I made that video, and I made that video with the intention to send it to her to just say, "Stop fucking doing this shit."
Really?
And then the video kind of took off. That's literally, it was just because I was angry I made the video. No other reason.
So if your friend doesn't come to you with some jackassery, you didn't have an interest in the subreddit genre or anything like that? That was not in the plans?
No, it literally wasn't. And the video didn't even start to really make any movement until almost like a month later, so I was kind of doing it and I was experimenting with it, but I wasn't like dedicated to it. And then it started moving And I was like,
Uh-oh.
oh shit. Yeah, I was like, oh God, I got to buckle my seatbelt. It's about to get real.
Something's happening here. Maybe I should take advantage of this.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, and I like reading the subreddits and stuff like that. I think they're interesting. I know in the Reddit community, there's like a whole bunch of subs that like certain ones will just get you more views and certain ones just do better by default.
Right.
But I really like being able to go into like these weird other ones that just no one else wants to cover or will cover or covers often, because I personally get a kick out of it. So why not have fun while making my own videos?
See, I'm a little confused by the whole paradigm of it, because it seems like, because I looked into some of the other Reddit tubers out there, and I mean, it seems like commentary. Am I wrong? I mean, it all seems like variations of the commentary community, which, you know, I mean, we all know that one pretty well. But you guys don't consider yourself to be, or you certainly don't have the same issues as the commentary community does. What's the difference between Reddit commentary or Reddit YouTube making and the actual regular commentary community, if there even is a line between the two?
I mean, from what I'm aware of and from people that I've talked to, the commentary community doesn't seem to like Reddit YouTubers. And there are some Reddit YouTubers that essentially will just read you the post and go, oh, wow, cool, and act like a reaction channel and then just, you know, dip out. And
Right.
that's why I try and add stuff into my stories. And every once in a while in the comments, I'll see an inkling where someone's like, you talk too much, just go to the next post. I'm like, that's not my deal. Like, I don't want to stay here and just read Reddit stories for the rest of my life.
Right. Not
So
add anything to it.
Right. I just think that it's a stepping stone to go into the commentary community, which is where I want to go with the channel, which anyone in my Discord knows that it's not the first time they've heard this story from me, that they know I want to move into the commentary community, but I just don't know how to make those right steps.
I think you're already there. And honestly, you're the last, and I guess we're going to have to get into it at some point. You might as well kind of throw it in there right now. You know, with everything that's been going well, you have had a little bit of controversy as of late. And I would say of everything that you've done, the controversial video regarding r/ and everything is the closest thing I think you've done to commentary. Was that by design? Is that part of that step of moving more into the traditional commentary genre, but keeping Reddit as part of it? Did you see that as an opportunity to take a stab at something that you saw that wasn't wrong? What was the motivations behind doing that style of video for the r/ situation that you've done recently?
So the big reason behind the r/ community originally was, I guess when I went behind it, it was me trying to be somewhat protective of the community, if that makes any sense. Like, I was more concerned over the fact that I was like, if he's really sub-botting, you know, or engagement botting or whatever it was, I was like, if YouTube finds out about this, all of us are going to suffer in the community because YouTube's going to eventually like shut all of us down as Reddit channels. So I was like, this is bad if this is real. But then I realized, you know, 2020 that you make a video about it and make a big deal out of it, then it still gets the attention of people. And in this case, you know, it got the attention of some really nasty, not nice people.
Yeah, you really did.
Yeah. So, you know, and it's weird because it's like I didn't have a thing against the guy, you know, and I still, I see him a little more negatively now, but
yeah.
I don't hate him by any means. You know, people are like, oh, you hate him. And I'm like, no, we talk a bit. We've emailed back and forth and stuff like that. And we've talked, and I've had moments with him where I'm like, oh, he's a cool guy. And then I've had some moments where I just go, I don't know how to feel about this kind of dude. But, you know, I thought the death threats and stuff that came out of it was unwarranted and
a little excessive. Just a
little
smidge.
especially from the community. I guess maybe I'm really lucky that my own fan base is so nice and so wholesome, because I don't think my fans would do something like that.
Yeah, it seemed kind of odd to me, like the entire thing about it. I'm going to give you my perspective on it. And I do want to say big shout out to everybody who is over here from Miss Illuminati's community, and of course our very own as well. Thank you all for hanging out with us for a few minutes of your day. But you do have a good community, and you were really shocked at the backlash at first. I thought you were being sarcastic when I talked to you about it, and you're like, yeah, I didn't see that coming. And I was like, yeah, I know. How could you see that coming? Like, I was kind of being a jackass back to you. But you really didn't see it coming, because everything you've had in the Reddit sub community and everything has been really positive at this point. You've had a really good community. There was really no reason to think that you would get a commentary like reaction from this, but that's exactly what you got. I mean, it was kind of shocking, because You didn't go after him that hard. You didn't really make any big accusations. You were pretty soft on it, and you made it very clear that it was your own opinion. And that was it. It was just your opinion. You just saw something weird, and you were trying to get the story out. Maybe pressure him a little bit to give an answer, which, by the way, nothing wrong with that. That's what you should be doing. We should be making these little checks and balances and not huge overstatements like we're seeing with the redheaded stepchild fuck. You know what I'm talking about. Take down the internet, protect the children. Maddie stupid over there.
Matt Watson, what a guy.
what a guy. But we all can't be that. And you kind of ran into that a little bit. This guy, we can't prove anything that this guy is sending any hate, but his community is certainly weaponized. I don't think there's any question about that.
Oh, yeah, no, he's like, I don't dislike him, but his community and people that consider themselves to be r/stans or whatever, I don't like those people. And I don't appreciate them. And even after he tells them, essentially don't send hate, they still are just like, oh, don't send hate. Okay, got it. SWAT her house.
Right.
And I'm like, really?
It's ridiculous.
Like, yeah, I was like, I just don't think that's warranted, especially over a Reddit video. I had a question. I thought something looked weird. And I made a video about it. And I never really said that. I was like, this dude is botting, this dude's going to hell. This dude should get his channel deleted. I never went to any of that. I just said, hey, I think there's an issue. This is the stuff that I found that leads me to believe that this might be true. And people are like, you need to apologize and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not apologizing for an opinion.
Right.
I'm sorry.
If you were
I
proven
can apologize
wrong,
at things. Yeah.
That'd be different. But he hasn't proven you wrong yet. Nobody's proven anything yet.
I mean, his stats were interesting, the ones that he showed. He emailed me more stats, behind the scenes that I'm never going to publicize. I'm not really ever going to go into the details of our emails and stuff like that. That remains between us. But, he sent me more analytics. And, although interesting, ultimately, it doesn't prove anything one way or another. And that's why at least I unlisted the video for right now. I'll probably put it back up in the future because, whatever. It's my video. I'm still proud that I made it. I put time into making it. And if I've messed up or whatever, ultimately, and it comes down to that, I'd say sorry for that. But for now, it's all speculation. My video was speculation. His response was a non-answer.
Oh,
so
yes, at best a non-answer. At best a non-answer. It was weird to me. The whole thing was strange because you were thinking like a commentary community person, whether you thought it or not, because your whole rationale behind it, and we'll leave it at this too, is if things like this go unchecked, it could potentially hurt the community, maybe even further. YouTube right now, the way that it is with all the insanity, everybody trying to get everything taken down in different ways, nobody knows exactly the right way. What you did is actually a pretty good example of how to handle something the right way, given the situation. Now, some people would argue maybe you should go to him personally, but what's the point of that? For one, you may never get a response. Two, you might just get bullshitted. Yeah, I mean, you never know. This way, you put it out there, you give your opinion. If he never sees it, he never responds. If he does see it in response, maybe you get some answers. Is that basically how you saw it?
I mean, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Email him and go, hey, I think you might be sub-botting. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that? Like, when people are like, you should have reached out to him first. And I'm like, so that what? He's going to say, no, I'm not sub-botting. I was like, congratulations. I could have guessed that too.
Right.
Like, so that's why I was like, whatever. It's a video. I put it out there. It was my opinion. And I can't really apologize for an opinion at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, I don't think that you can. Unless you get proven 100% wrong, then, of course, you do what you do. You go before and say, look, I was wrong. That was it. If you want to hate me for being wrong, hate me for being wrong. But I want to say this one thing. And I'm not gonna sit here and get on a fucking high horse or anything like that. I'm not gonna get on a soapbox. But flat out, if I have to explain to anybody that writing her and telling her that you want to kill her and then fuck her corpse, if I have to explain to any of you guys that that's fucked up, I don't know if we should be having a conversation. I mean, you've seen it in some threads on Twitter. I've actually had back and forths with people where they're like, I'm like, so you're okay with her getting death threatened the way that she is? Well, she shouldn't have called someone. What? What are you talking about? It's unbelievable.
Well, I did have police come to my house, like this wasn't a theoretical thing. Like they actually did stuff.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
So so at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, you know what, he may have been cool behind the scenes to talk to, but it took him 4 days or something like that to actually end up saying, hey, don't send death threats. Like I had been emailing him screenshots of this stuff and he said nothing. He remained silent for days. And I'm like, you know what? I'm really at least proud that my community, when they went to him, they were asking questions in his
Right.
comment section, you know, and then he kind of had the nerve to turn around in emails and tell me, he goes, well, I'm really the victim in this situation. And that's what upset me more than anything, was in that where he was like, well, you know, well, I'm a victim. And I'm like, no, I stated an opinion. I didn't attack you. I didn't tell anyone to do anything to you.
Right.
And you took half a week to say, oh, by the way, like, don't try and kill her, please. Like,
Insane.
really?
Insane.
I was like, that looks worse on you than it does me at the end of the day. So
I think there's a lot
Oopsies.
of things out there that look pretty bad on him when it comes to this situation. Just the way that it was handled. It just seemed very, very bizarre, all of it. But again, all we can do is move forward through it. So let me ask you, because this is the most important thing, when, especially when you're growing the way you are, lessons learned. Have you learned anything from this experience, good and bad, that you are going to take forward with you in the future to your next video, to your next expose, whatever you're going to do next? Have you taken any lessons from that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to stop me. I think that it was a good learning experience and how to step into the commentary community, essentially, because that's ultimately where I want to be. But in terms of like my own security and safety, I'm really lucky that at the time that this whole like shenanigans went down, that I was in the process of moving. So for my new house, everything is wired, locked down,
good.
security, everything. So essentially, you know, at this point, you know, and I live in Colorado, which is no secret to anyone. Colorado is a very big Second Amendment state. And you know, I take care of myself with my Second Amendment rights. So if anyone wants to try me at this point, I was like, please do not try me.
Right.
Because I have the make my day law and I own a couple guns. So I was like, do not just leave me alone. How about that? You know, I was like, do not threaten me. Do not come to my house, because I have ways of dealing with people and I don't want to do it, but I can. And because they already found me once, it's just a fair warning. Do not try it again.
Don't try it. I think when you do, if nothing ever comes out that says 100% that he didn't do anything, I think it would be fantastic if and when you re-upload the video, if you film a little black and white or sepia toned segment where it's just you on a stoop shining a shotgun. How amazing would that be? How incredible. By the way, I knew Vega had to have heard you. I heard like somewhere in the distance when you said that, I knew Vega was going to appear, because that just got him excited. He's like, that's right. Come to my house, motherfucker. I dare you.
Well, exactly. I don't have time for that kind of mess. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I lost a lot of sleep over this, and, you know, a lot of stress, obviously, and shit came out of it. And I'm just like, you know what? The only thing I learned is I learned a couple stress management techniques, and I learned that the way I formatted my video, although it was very passive, like you said, I didn't really go after him like I would say a commentary channel does.
You were nice.
Well, people said it was too nice.
You were
People
really
said
nice. That's the thing, too. Like, I'm a big, ugly, like, fucking loudmouth, terribly mouthed person. I get crazy and all kinds of stuff. I'll go nuts when that's why I don't do videos like that, by the way. That's why I do live stuff. I feel like I can control myself more here, because I know that any fuck up I can't erase immediately. But you handled it you were so professional in everything, and you showed everything that you could possibly find. There was no shortcuts. There was no open-ended question as far as like other people had to go do more research. Literally anything that had to be answered was from his end. I think you did a really, really good job of presenting that video, and I think it's a damn shame that more people didn't appreciate that, because it is a well-made, I won't even call it an exposed video, just one of those type of videos that is giving people a little bit of information about something that looks a little weird. It's kind of how things should be done. It doesn't have to be super accusatory. And by the way, thank you all, you crazy guys who are subbing the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. So I think you did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So I can't apologize for that. And if anything, like I said, the way his fans kind of acted and stuff like that, and the way he did not attempt to control the situation, that's kind of, if anything, what gave me more of a negative opinion on him more than anything. Right. So, you know, the way we talked in DMs initially, that was cool. Afterwards, not so cool. I definitely want to keep my distance from him. I blocked him off of most of my social media. Whatever he has, I made sure to block him. And I just don't even want to deal with him or like his toxic fan base.
Fair enough. And we'll move on at that. On that, we will move forward on to bigger and better things. But letting everybody know in the chat, I see people are asking questions. We will get to some of the questions. If you want to ask, now, if you want, I don't know, Illuminati, do you want to take calls at the end of this?
Yeah, why not? That'd be
Awesome.
fine.
So you guys can jump into Discord anytime you like, and by the end of the show, we'll start taking some calls, and you can talk to Illuminati right here on the air and ask her anything that you like. But if you get out of line, you're gonna have to deal with me, and I'll take my glasses off, and I'll give you a stern talking to. And trust me, you just don't want that. So let's be nice. Let's be gentle men and women, gentle people, shall we? Nah, actually, I don't really care too much. Just leave my friend alone. Okay, so passing 100,000 and doing it in a genre other than where you were born in, going to the Reddit community to do it. It's kind of a what's now situation, because now you had your big blow up. You got a taste of what pissing somebody off at that level can feel like. And he's still at a relatively small level, by the way. It gets rougher from here, but just to let you know, it gets a little bit harder. So are you prepared for that? Are you prepared going forward because you're an opinionated person and you don't back down very easily. You tell people what you think, and if you see something's wrong, you call it out. That's why I respect you. Now, are you prepared to still do that, knowing the type of tools that some of these asshats will use to shut you up? Are you prepared to go forward and still be the same Illuminati, or has this changed you a little bit?
I'm going to say I won't do anything immediately. I had another video that I was planning to do on a different YouTuber, but I'm holding off on that just for like another week or so. I will say that.
You're going to let the dust settle a little bit? You're going to let the smoke clear?
Yeah, I'm going to I got to get every new video its fair shot when I decide to jump into that range. So we got to wait till we clear out the old r/crap to introduce the new one.
Fair enough. Now, going through your channel, the one thing that I noticed has not changed about you is your upload rate. I mean, back when you were doing the other stuff that you were doing in the past, you would upload a lot. Now you're uploading multiple times a day. Now, to me, in my traditional YouTube mindset, I'm like, that's wrong for the algorithm. But that doesn't seem to be the case. What's different about doing Reddit videos than doing other random commentary or basically any other type of video that you can think of?
So I would say, at least from what I can tell from my own stats and this kind of shenanigans, obviously, right. For me, it works in Reddit to upload, because I upload 2 times a day. And so essentially there's like the meaty, like 5, 6, whatever subreddits that get views. And I put those at the end of my day. But in the beginning of the day, I try and do like subreddits that I enjoy more, like the D&D stuff, or, if I want to do the nice guys, or, shitty car mods, the subreddits that just are not as popular, but things that personally interest me or that I get, a kick out of. That's where I like to put those in the beginning of my day. So my 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. PST upload, that's my stuff that I want to actually make videos on. Right. And then the afternoon, evening one is the stuff that I know is currently popular. And I think that uploading twice a day allows me to create that balance so that I can, both continue to attract a Reddit community, but at the same time, keep a higher retention rate and views by showcasing more than just pro-revenge and entitled parents every fucking day. Because I'm sure that shit gets old. It gets old for me. So
how does it not? How could it not? It's like there a lot of the comments, or not comments, a lot of the topics in the Reddit forums, and you'll see a lot of the Reddit YouTubers. It's very, very similar. There's a lot of copy pasting going on. I'm not trying to be talking down to that community or anything like that, but I mean, we noticed this in the early days of commentary as well, where a lot of them were cookie cutter, and then it really kind of took for some of the big boys to get taken down, for for iDubbbz to come in and clean house a little bit, for Leafy to self-destruct, for all these things to happen. And then we have this almost a renaissance, a genesis of commentary with like iNabber, the whole NCO, just everybody, Right Opinion, all these guys, James Marriott, the ones who are killing it right now, growing like weeds, and they're not copy and paste type guys anymore. Thank you very much, Karim Ali, for the $5 in the super chat. That's a hat change, by the way. Thank you so much for that. First hat change of the day. Every $3, we go ahead and do another hat change. Thank you very much for that. But you'll notice that. You'll notice that in the early days, everything was very cookie cutter, and then as things would progress and we would get new blood into the community, that's when the creativity started to show. So who are some of the other Reddit YouTubers that are kind of like you in that, to where they don't do the exact same content that you're going to see on every Reddit YouTuber. And even if they do it in a way that you respect a little bit more, because it's kind of like your own, where you're giving more than just a story.
Well, so I guess the only fair way to really answer that question is to really kind of answer it by giving you a little bit of a history of, I guess, what is the Reddit community and where it came from.
That's very
so yeah, so from my understanding, we had kind of like what I would consider like the grandfathers of the Reddit community, which will be Sut House, Sorrow TV, and then later it was like Q Star and then Geo Films. So those four essentially, I think, had a lot to do with bringing awareness to even, showcasing Reddit in YouTube videos, were those four creators. Then around fall of last year, it really started to kind of die down. And then November is when I made that video. Early December, late November is when one of my good YouTuber friends, Fresh, who's also in the Reddit community, and he just hit like 300,000 subs. So
congratulations, Fresh.
Him, like that's huge.
It's huge.
He's fucking phenomenal human, by the way.
Yeah, that's cool.
But he actually is probably going to be the person who essentially did kind of like the renaissance in terms of revamping the community, because Q Star and Sorrow and Geofilms and everyone, they were kind of doing their own little thing. And what Fresh did was he started doing his story time videos, where essentially he was taking those long text posts that no one was reading, because we were all just taking the screenshots and the photos and the memes. And he goes, I'm going to take the story and I'm going to narrate the story to you, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on it.
That's cool.
And from there, that sprouted directly channels like Bumfreeze, Misery Box, God, I don't know who else off the top of my head. Sprouted a bunch of things like those, and it ultimately influenced me as well, because I obviously do some of those stories from time to time. Voicey is here as well as another one, and I'm all pretty friendly.
Voicey,
yes,
really.
Or Voicey here, sorry.
Oh, okay, if his Voicey is here, I'm like, is this Leafy? Did Leafy become Voicey?
No.
Is that what happened? Is that where Leafy is? Calvin in the Reddit community? Is that what's going on? Is this like an ASMR thing where fucking Sinnoh becomes JoJo and he's doing ASMR big time? What's going on? That'd be incredible.
That's hilarious. But no, essentially Fresh came in, he revamped what we do as a Reddit community and then took off with it, and a whole bunch of other channels essentially popped up because Fresh did something new and interesting and it took off. And then obviously out of nowhere 3 weeks ago, essentially r/ came out of nowhere and just shredded the entire community into pieces.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of where everything came from. So the only thing I really think that's different on my channel versus anyone else's channel, because it is really hard to essentially differentiate us ultimately, because we all read Reddit,
right.
At the end of the day. I'm not going to make it something that it isn't. But
fair enough. Well, so many people will. Everyone wants to like grant, the things that I do is creative and more interesting than the rest. No, not really.
I'm not going to say I'm sitting here being the most interesting Reddit YouTuber on planet Earth. I don't think I am. I think I have plenty of room to evolve and change and become better. And, again, that's where I'm really thankful for my community when they talk to me in Discord and we talk about things that worked, things that didn't work. I love them for that. I really appreciate that honesty. Yeah. But I'm one of the only, or one of the few female Reddit commentators that do Reddit videos. There's someone else that does something with Wild Spartans. And then I think there's a girl named like Rue Harbor that's maybe sitting at like 40,000-50,000 subs. But there's not many of us that are women that do that. And then a lot of people just like to read the story and then just go, okay, cool, next. And I try and talk about it. I try and inject my own life into it and stuff like that. And sometimes people don't like that, but I think for the most part, that's what's causing my channel to have its own sustainability and create its own unique angle, is that.
Well, and now you've mentioned your community a couple times too. Reddit seems to be a little bit of a special case, like where it's even more important there to be really with your ear to the ground with your community and talking to them, interacting with them, and getting their feedback on stuff. It's kind of important with the rest of YouTube, but once you get to a certain size, you can basically ignore everyone. I mean, most big YouTubers won't say that, but when you get into the millions, shit, you look at like H3, he only responds when he wants to or when he gets butthurt. He doesn't have to respond. Keemstar doesn't have to respond. They're choosing to respond. They want to respond. It's a big difference. Now, with you and that community, would you say that there is just a bigger direct correlation between staying interactive and continuing to grow?
I can't make that distinction for everyone, but what I can say is I have to listen to my community, and I care very deeply for especially for my Discord people that are in there, because I just feel like I have to remain connected, because once you start isolating yourself and you start ignoring yourself from the people that support you and essentially the people that brought you into what you have, I wouldn't be at 100,000 subscribers, which I know is still relatively small, whatever, in the grand scheme of things, but I wouldn't have anything, that's happening right now if it wasn't for the people that spent the time to watch my videos, to give me those watch hours, to subscribe to me, to hang out in my Discord and stuff like that. I literally would have nothing without them. So it's so unfair for me to then exclude them from, essentially anything I do. And I like to use my Discord to communicate with my fans. And I think it's really important. And I think they know that too. So I think you have to have that relationship in the Reddit community.
Would you say Discord's become your biggest tool to stay interactive, to stay integrated with your community?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, on my server we have a private Minecraft server, which I know, but we have a Minecraft server where I try and have like Minecraft nights. I try and have movie days, and I try and change up the time so I can get people in different time zones, and we all just watch movies together and we vote on it. And I have a voting section where I ask, what kind of Discord or Reddits are we in the mood to cover this week? I want to hear from you guys what you want to see, what you want to do. I want to hang out and like voice chats when I can. I feel like it's really important. And I don't know if I'm the only one doing that. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I think that stuff is important to mention. That's what's going to be the difference when the Reddit community dies, is going to be who connected with their fans and who actually shows them that they give a crap about their fans, and who use the Reddit thing as a cash grab. And I think that's where the difference is going to be.
It's a really good way of looking at it. And, at the same time, you're getting to meet some fairly cool people too. You're getting to step into a whole nother world that you really never saw coming, which is kind of the next thing I want to talk to you about, because you've been doing YouTube for a while. This is not like a brand new thing at all. Yeah. But did you ever see this? Like, everybody wants to be successful. When we're sitting alone at night, we're alone with our own thoughts, and we're thinking about our content. We allow those thoughts, those real conversations that we have with ourselves to manifest. When having those conversations, did you think that this was possible? Did you think you were going to get to this point? Did you prepare yourself for the possibility? And quite frankly, how did you get here?
Oh God, no. If I knew that this was going to happen, probably would have done things differently, but I never did YouTube, and all the old videos that are now private, it's just like 300 of them that are all in private now. But all those old videos, I never really did them. It was just a hobby for me. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I just genuinely had fun. Yeah. I liked learning about the editing, recording process, learning about lighting and angles and how to script things. And I really just enjoyed that. So when this kind of happened, I was like, oh shit, now it's kind of like a responsibility. That's kind of almost what changed it. It went from a hobby to something I actually have to actively keep tabs on a daily basis, almost on an hourly basis, now, to make sure everything's okay everywhere. So that's really the only thing that changed, is it just went from hobby to like oh shit, I actually have to, like, now it's like a pet, it's like a doggo. I got to pet the dog. You've got to feed the dog, take the dog on walks. It's what my channel is. And I love it very much. It's a very wholesome doggo.
What point did that change? what point did you realize this is no longer just for shits and giggles?
It was probably the beginning of last month. I think I had a day on YouTube, which I know I'm going to disclose money, which is whatever, bad taboo on YouTube. But I had a day in February where I made $1,800 in one day. And I almost pooped myself because I didn't even know what to do. Like, I just laid on the floor of my house and I was like, what do I do now? I don't know what to do.
You made more in one day than I do from my monthly retirement check from the fucking military. Oh my God. That's sick. Did you do something retarded with it? Did you go ahead?
I haven't even received the money yet, because YouTube is slow with everything. But, that's the only thing I've been doing with money, whatever, is to just invest it back into my channel so far. Yeah, I put it into savings because I know that's really boring, but I'm really into having the 401k and the Roth IRA and all of the savings and mutual funds all set up. And that's why I am making a studio room right now, and I'm building it and I'm trying to make it really nice, and I'm getting a nice new microphone and a new computer and everything, because I just want to make sure that I'm giving back essentially by upping my own quality and becoming better at what I'm doing. Because again, I wouldn't have any of it if it wasn't for the people who support me. So it's only fair to make sure I give them a better experience every time.
That's the attitude to have right there. That's the best. With that type of attitude, you're not going to lose what you have. And I think you see so many people, and you also have the added benefit of watching all the insanity that happens in the shot from the point community and all of the falls from graces, the rises, the fights. Being around that, have you learned anything from the people that you've met in that community that's kind of, whether good or bad, telling you what to do or what not to do, that you've kind of taken and held on to going forward with your own content?
Well, I guess kind of. So there's one kind of larger YouTuber that I guess, like, I don't know, name dropping, I guess, kind of weird or whatever to do, but but he's been really nice to me. We talk a lot, and it's Chubs, actually.
Oh, and great guy. I've had Chubs on the channel. Great. He will talk for days.
He's one of the nicest people I think I've ever met, especially in terms of larger. And this guy, like, we talking, you know, because his Twitter got fucking shit on, but we talk now on Instagram and stuff. And you're like, just last night, you know, he just like sent me a, you know, whatever, a message, you know, he's like, oh, congrats on hitting, you know, 100K. And I was like, but this guy, him and I have talked back and forth on some stuff, you know, like just some personal stuff and dealing with stress and all of that. And I was like, I may not, like, you know this guy super, super crazy well, but all I know is that from the conversations we have had, he makes things clear, essentially, that shit, you have good days and bad days. It doesn't matter where you are on the scale of being a YouTuber, but I've got mad love for that dude, like, and his content and everything, just because of the conversations we've had. Like, I just can't praise this dude enough for what he's doing and how I think he is in private, at least. I think he's a really awesome person.
You know, the funny thing about I'm so glad that you name dropped Chubs. I am, because I think any person who is on the verge of having major success on YouTube, who is getting to those echelons over 100,000, all that is the person that everyone should be talking to. Because that is a young man who experienced a tremendous amount of success very, very quickly and really fucked shit up. I mean, Chubbs had a spectacular fall in front of everybody, but he's still around. And that's is one of the things that I respect so much about the guy, because he's taken time away. He's taken time off. He's learning from the lessons, or at least we're hoping that he is. He's still young enough that we're not going to know for a few more years the person he's going to become. But you're seeing the things that typically are the hallmark of a winner, somebody who's going to be okay in life. He has those. So he's the perfect guy to talk to. He's fascinating as shit, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. No, I think he's a great guy. And I get it, you know, stress and, you know, if he's going through some anxiety, depression, whatever, I don't know, and I'm not going to sit here and try and diagnose someone, honestly, but it's got to be a really isolating situation he's in ultimately. So it's like, you know, on Instagram, when I see him, like, and he was like hanging out with a Tozy, which I guess later turned into some collab video that I watched or whatever. Like, I just think that seeing someone get out and start to interact again with like their community, I think that's important. And I'm really proud of him for that. And just being able to kind of talk to him every once in a while. I just like that I can maintain a really positive and open like relationship with him, because he does seem like a really cool guy, and he just, you know, maybe messed up a couple things early on, but I think it really looks like he's trying to work on things and make himself better. And that makes me like insanely happy for him.
Yeah, because a lot of the time that's not how those stories go, especially when it's youth. When we're talking these really, really young kids who get more money than they know what to do with, get more power than they know what to do with. These have really tragic endings. And especially when drugs and alcohol come into play as well, then they have real tragic endings. And it's really nice to see that Chubbs is kind of rebounding a little bit, and he's starting to make videos again, because he's incredibly talented. You want to talk about somebody who's actually really incredibly talented? Chubbs is that guy. One of the funniest people I've ever met.
Oh, he is. So, I mean, I know he made it like a month ago or whatever, but that flamingo Twitter video.
Oh my God.
God damn, I love that video. Like, I've watched that shit multiple times. I've got like no shame on saying that. It was great.
Yeah. And I'm really glad that you were able to talk to him. I think that for a perspective standpoint, you're going to be able to take so much with you from those conversations with him. Because I know just from my conversations that I had with him when I was interviewing him and shit, I learned a lot, you know, just from perspective. And hell, I'm an old man who's been to like war and shit. Like, what do I need to learn from some kid on YouTube? No, motherfucker. Anybody can learn these lessons. Anybody can learn humility. Everybody can learn how to deal with these type of things. And I think it's an important thing. That's what I want YouTube to set up next, by the way. I want some sort of YouTube outreach program to help these fucking millionaire kids who don't know what they're doing. Because in about 10 years, we're going to get some real bad stories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, if I know anything from seeing the Reddit community and the YouTubers I've talked to privately, I know there's like stupid amounts of money in the Reddit community. So it only makes sense that people would really want to, jump into this community and grab it, for cash. Like I've seen some of the shenanigans going on behind the scenes. So I'm like, holy crap. But it's dangerous because you're right. There is no setup for safety. And unless you have a good head on your shoulders, you're a little screwed.
Right. Unless you've lived a little bit and you got a little bit of life experience under your belt. And then couple that with maybe having the wrong people around you as well. I mean, it's recipe for disaster every single time. I want to switch gears just a little bit real quick. And guys, make sure you get in the waiting to calls. I only got a couple more things. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter interview than our typical live chat. I'm not feeling great. Poor Illuminati's exhausted as well. So we're going to, a couple more things. We're going to get to your questions and then we're going to get you out of here. And I know definitely you're going to come back for me, right? You're going to come 200. Can I be the guy, the milestone interview?
Yes, you can be my milestone interview.
Fuck you, Tommy. Fuck you, Tommy. How about that? And you can suck it. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. What I wanted to ask you too, this is for my own edification. I don't know if anybody else is going to find this interesting, but I'm going to. You decided when you went to the Reddit community to stop putting yourself on camera, or at least from what I've been able to see, you went to an avatar. Why?
Honestly, it's just easier.
I love that.
That's the easy answer. It's easier. I mean, well, because my old videos, and for anyone who doesn't know, I made my channel back in like 2013 and I started uploading in 2013 and I made beauty videos. I mainly was in makeup and the hair community. I did a lot of wig reviews and stuff on hair extensions.
You'll never believe what I did last night. Yeah, I remember those videos.
Yeah, and some of the more cringer things, then did some vlogs and stuff like that. But for me, essentially being on camera started when it came to making a YouTube video, equated to going, you have to have a full face of makeup because you're about to put yourself on YouTube and you've done beauty videos in the past. And when you do a face of makeup for YouTube, it's a lot different than doing your makeup in real life. So when I would do makeup to put it on to YouTube, because you have all these studio lights and stuff on you, you essentially spend like an hour doing your makeup because you really have to cake that shit on there to get the right lighting. So I didn't want to sit here and take an hour, to put makeup on to film a video and then have to do that. If I'm uploading, 2 times a day, that's 14 videos a week, 52 or 54 videos a month. I'm not going to sit down and put makeup on for an hour 54 times a fucking month because whatever. So I was like, no, I'm switching to voiceover. And then the avatar, the sprite, was actually a fan art piece. And I actually ended up reaching out to them and I was like, I can't stop. I kept watching the video where I showcased it. And I was like, I want that. And so I reached out to them. And, so I commissioned them to make me, like 20 or 30 of them. And,
really?
And so now I have one. Yeah. So they have a whole bunch of different poses and stuff like that. So that's kind of how that happened.
You want to give a shout out to the person who made it?
Yeah. It's in my Discord, they're Meme Rewind. It's a great name.
Yeah. Damn good name.
Yeah, they're fairly kind of quiet in my server, but the hard work is what counts. And then one of my mods, actually, Cherry Soda, who I think I saw in the chat earlier, made my outro for my video as well, the one that's kind of like the animated version of it. So yeah, so and again, these were kind of things that people did for me just willingly, and I felt I essentially had to turn around and be like, let me pay you for this. Like I just don't want to take something for free. That just feels really wrong to me. So I wanted to pay for that.
Well, you're doing everything the right way. You really are.
I hope so.
You are absolutely doing it the right way. I'll tell you that. That's pretty damn cool. So it's real. There's nothing more to that. It's not trying to like hide your identity. Nothing like you don't care. But it's just it was a matter of ease because makeup.
Yeah. No, I mean my Instagram is still shows my face and everything linked in the bottom of my channel, so it's not, and same with my Snapchat. I'm not hiding it. It was just easier to create these videos that way.
Fair enough. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't.
Yeah.
So with the success that you've had to this point, and you're stating that you're going to take the channel at some point to a more commentary, and you've already alluded that you might have another one of those style videos coming very, very soon. How long until the entire change? Are you going to ever abandon the Reddit postings 100%, or are you going to kind of keep it in the same balance that you have now, where you give the Reddit post that you do in the morning and then you do your own personal stuff in the evening time or whatever?
Yeah, you're pretty spot on what I'm planning to do. It's kind of start integrating in the morning videos, kind of start adding more commentary in. I never want to actually let go of the Reddit community. I think Reddit is so fascinating, just as the beast of a website it is. And there's so much stuff on there that can make so many interesting videos. So I never want to let it go. And I never want to go of, I guess, what now essentially. But I like Reddit. I just think I would like to be able to explore other things. But I'm super heckin' afraid of making the switch into commentary essentially too, because the commentary community kind of looks down on Reddit channels. Yeah. So, there is that. And I know that, one of the better ways, I guess, is to start talking to people in the commentary community. But I don't think people really want to talk to me because I'm a Reddit channel. And they're like, well, you're just a Reddit channel. You don't actually make content. And I'm like, that kind of sucks to hear every once in a while. And I've heard it from some commentary channels that I'm not going to name, that they've essentially told me they don't want to associate with me because I do Reddit videos. And
really?
That sucks. Yeah.
Did you say, did you watch my videos? Did you say, hey, did you watch my video?
No, I'm not going to, force someone to watch a video of mine or whatever. At the end of the day, that's their opinion. But, it just kind of sucks because I was like, I want to make those friendships and make those connections. I know the commentary community isn't like a collabing community or whatever, but just to kind of, start talking to those kinds of people.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. No, such a terrible word, but my God, they're a bunch of assholes. And I got a lot of friends in the commentary community. Don't get me wrong. Assholes. They'll tell you they own it. They're cynical assholes. It might as well be the cynic community. They're cynical assholes.
Not wrong.
It's really, like every video, and I had this, and I've had I'm Alex, I've had Leon Lush, I've had guys that I feel are incredibly, immensely talented, but Jesus Christ, every video is starting to sound to me, and this is maybe because I'm getting old. Well, that's stupid. You got all the jokes, and there's these wonderful jokes and all the comedy and everything that goes into it. And those are some funny stuff, and the skits are great. But the underlying message for every video is, well, that's stupid. And I'm like, holy shit. I just can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. So I think it's kind of, it's kind of dickheaded of the commentary community to do that without even watching what you're doing. I don't think how's it going to continue to grow? Ideas need to come from somewhere. Integration with other communities is a great way to expand the creative initiative. But maybe that's just me. Yeah, talking is overrated. Fuck.
That's what we all do.
Good Lord. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. I want to kind of go back a little bit. Let's take it back to pre-YouTube. I find that a lot of people who end up coming to YouTube or doing something creative have a really good reason for doing it. Sometimes it is just money. Sometimes it is out of boredom. Were you always a creative person growing up? What type of child were you? How did you grow up a little bit? Were you always into some sort of arts, creative, or was this something that you kind of later in life you started getting the itch because you grew up with YouTube and Reddit and you just want to be a part of it?
Nope. As a kid, I'm not a creative person. I barely passed art class, as a matter of fact, which is really hard to believe that you could actually possibly fail art class, but there's me. I suck at math or at art. I was a math person. I was a science person. I loved the sciences growing up and writing and all of that. Didn't really have that creative flavor. For me, I was always about, like, even as a kid, I was setting up lemonade stands, like everyone does, right? But I would set up 2 lemonade stands on 2 sides of the road. And then I would pay my friends to be on one side and I'd be on the other. That way it doesn't matter what direction cars were going on the one-way roads, Yeah. I was like, I'm going to find you. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to pull you over, and I've got a method to this madness. So I was out here always calculating, how am I going to make the most efficient move to get what I want done? So I'm not a creative person by any means. And that's part of the reason, again, why I want to jump back into commentary stuff is I like the idea of being able to script things and look at analytics and data. And that's why, again, that r/video for me was so personally entertaining to look at.
Yeah.
just because I was like, oh, cool. I get to look at, some data and see how things line up. And I was like, shit, this doesn't add up. And that's why I made the video.
Right.
But I'm like, oh, you're a chick and you do Reddit stuff. So you're dumb as a fucking doornail. And I'm like, fair enough. You got me, bro.
Well, you might not be an art creative type person, but you're a problem solver, which is a form of creativity. Being able to think outside the box and figure out problems to otherwise unsolvable situations, or at least where other people are failing, is an incredibly important skill. It's that entrepreneurial spirit. So from the story you just told me, you're a hustler, man. You're going to find a way to get it done. And I like that. As a guy who's military minded, I like that. Shoot, move, and communicate. Get the job done. I like putting that's some hustle shit. Put a lemonade stand on either side of the road. We gonna get you, bitch. Don't worry. I know you're thirsty. We're gonna get you. I like it.
You can't turn down a bunch of cute kids selling lemonade on a summer day. Like, that's the rule.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's what I've always been. That's like what my day job is and stuff, or what it was. I recently stopped working. So that's interesting. YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I got to ask about that. I got to ask about that because that's a controversial thing. A lot of people won't take that risk until they get a little bit farther down the pipeline. What made you decide at around this level to, especially considering how quick the success has been, maybe that's the reason of itself, to go ahead and you're betting on yourself. You're putting all your chips on you. What was the thought process behind that?
One, I'm usually not wrong, but
I love you.
But
I really do. Keep continuing.
I mean, the reality is, my day job is I spent a lot of time. I was essentially a project manager, is what I did, and so I worked a lot with companies to essentially identify problems within their infrastructure, especially in like their digital databases and things like that. And I would essentially lead a team to then find those problems, fix those problems, and make those problems go away to make the company more profitable, faster, more effective, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. But reality is I saved a shit ton of money, and I have, I'm financially very okay with what I've done for myself in life. I've learned to save my pennies very wisely.
Smart.
And so I have a large saving account essentially with what I've been doing and how I've been investing my money already.
Nice.
And so I'm okay if there's a bad month on YouTube. And I go, you know what? I'm having fun with this, even through the r/bullshit that happened. I'm really enjoying this, and I love my community, and it gives me more time to actually communicate with them. And again, I think making those bonds, making those connections, and I mean, like, hell, some of the people that were like my mods or admins or whatever in my social, because we talk so freaking much,
right.
And I like that I essentially right now get to make content, interact with people, and I get to do that, and I get paid to do it now. Yeah. And if it doesn't end up working out, like, I still kind of want to find another job, like, just because I'm a workaholic and I can't really stop. Like, I quit, and it's been like 2 weeks, and now I'm already like, I think maybe I should get another.
You gotta find something to do.
Yeah, I just can't. I always have to work, essentially. I think I'm just a stereotypical, like, type A workaholic is what I am.
That's until the ulcers set in, that's going to be a good way to be. I mean, it's better than my decision making. Stupid, more stupid. And I'm alive, and that's positive. So,
Exactly.
It's good that you're making the right decisions, though. It's a very, it's a smart thing to do, just in general, but YouTube even more. Any apprehension at all about really taking that gamble on yourself, though? I mean, it seems like you have no worries at all about it. You seem pretty confident.
I mean, yeah, I'm not worried. If it falls apart, and at the end of the day, gig for most people it is. I'm okay with that. Like, this is fun, and if that's what it is, then I had a fantastic run, and that's cool. And I can't complain about that at the end of the day. It's something I get to add to say that this is something I did in my life. And then I moved on, and that's fine. There's no shame in that. There's no hate in that. I think it's awesome, so it's not a worry to me. I'm just very happy, because if I was negative about all of this, then yeah, this would be stressful. This would be terrible. Every day I'd be waking up being like, oh God, is YouTube going to delete my channel? Is today the day?
Right. Like every other YouTuber, sitting here popping Tums every 5 seconds. No, 100%. I get it.
But yeah, I'm fine. I have a degree. College graduate, I have a couple years of work experience doing some really cool stuff. So, at the end of the day, if I get to say, oh, for a time in my life, I was essentially a social media, person for myself. If that's something I get to add to my resume later in life and then just continue working in corporate America or whatever, that's cool too. Like, it's not bad. All of this is good, and I'm just really thankful for the opportunities that I'm constantly able to grow into through life.
You guys hear that shit? That is some actual 100% original, organic, not made up humility. You know how fucking refreshing it is to hear that shit? That was I
mean,
I
assume everyone's like that.
Nobody's like this. Nobody. Everybody's unrealistic and stupid. Nobody knows what they're doing on YouTube. That's why I do this. I can't think of all that other. No, I ain't dealing with all that. No. I'm just gonna do my daily talk show and be good with it. Hopefully one day I'll hit 10K. If not, I don't give a fuck. I've lived my life. I don't give a shit.
But I'm so close to 10K. You're gonna make it.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. Yeah. I'm not that close. With how many stops and starts this channel's had, no, I'm not that close. I'll get there eventually, and if I do, that's great. If not, I'm kind of like you. I shot my shot. I took a shot. And I'm still taking my shot and I'm still having fun. But sometimes you got to bet on yourself. And I'm really glad you decided to go that way. It was smart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I don't think I'm ever going to hit 1 million. But on the other hand, I never thought I was going to hit 100,000.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. If I had to take a guess, I'd say you go hit 1 million.
I mean, look, I'd cry, honestly, if I have. I'd probably full face reveal live stream and I'd fucking cry and eat a cake I bought from Walmart or something that just says congrats on one. That would right. That's about as good as it would get for me, there's things I've already thought about doing, because with the YouTube money and already having savings, there's people that I hear talking in my server and I'm like, I want to give back to my own community. I think that's really important. I hear little inklings where people are like, oh, I want, or I need some new colored pencils or things like that. Those are things where I just kind of once every while I want to DM someone and be like, hey, how much is that thing?
Right.
And what's your PayPal?
Aw.
I'll just give it to you.
Don't put that out too much. You're gonna start getting Lamborghini fucking requests. Oh, my car broke down. What's wrong with your car? What can I help? Well, I've been looking at this amazing H4. This amazing Hummer. Could you help a brother out? I
mean, look, I get that there are people that will always want to leech on, and I've had those kinds of people message me too. But you can see the difference between someone who's genuine and who's not.
Right.
So and those are the people I look for.
It's usually the smart way to go. I got one more question to ask you, then we'll take some calls. Sound good?
Okay. It sounds good.
So get in there, guys. This is your opportunity to get in the Discord. And by the way, thank you guys for the ones who have been noticing the hats and talking about. I got a lot of hats. It's called the Copious Hat Collection. I got wigs up here too. I got all kinds of stuff. If you want to see a different hat, you feel like supporting the channel, throw $3 either in Super Chat or on the regular donation thing down below, and I'll throw on another stupid hat for you. Maybe even do a Cartman impression if my voice fills up to it. You never know. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the love on the hats. It means a lot. Final question. This is the big one. This is the one. This is the one where this is the big gotcha moment. I've been doing some research on you. I found out some stuff.
Okay.
What the fuck is this mother thing about? I've been seeing this in the chat. What is up with the... Would you like to explain this, Daenerys Targaryen? What is going on with mother?
Yes, I love it. I think it's insane. It comes directly from my Discord. Like I said, my Discord server is very tight, very wholesome, very positive. The mom thing was originally a joke, and someone called me mom in the chat one time in my server. So I kind of goofed on him because I'm not going to lie, I was a little drunk that night. And I was like, okay. So I went in Discord, changed my name from the title to say owner of the server. It just said mom, and it just kind of stuck. And everyone just kind of rolls with it in the server. So it's kind of if something's wrong, whatever. It's like, oh my God, mom's here. When I start typing in Discord, and it's just a really wholesome kind of thing. It's not, whatever. It's just, and I see everyone in the freaking chat is just, mom.
That's funny. Yeah, they're going crazy with it right now. Yeah, they really are.
That's just kind of where it came from. It was kind of like a joke. Then it turned into a thing. And I'm like, what? I didn't want to be called the server owner or anything. People are like, oh, so what's your name? It's Illuminati. It's Blair. Or if you're obviously been in my server for some time, it's mom too.
Mom. I love it.
And that's fine. Yeah. Because I definitely care for everyone in my server, and I've been told I do a little bit of mothering in my server. So I don't plan on having real kids, but my server, they can be my children.
There you go. Vicariously.
So yeah.
I don't know if your womb is going to be happy with that arrangement. A couple of years, maybe not. You never know. But your adopted surrogate children that you have in Discord are certainly appreciative of your motherly presence. So that's pretty good. I like that. I think that's adorable.
Yeah, that's literally the definition of how heckin' wholesome my server is. That's the levels we're at.
Well, and your server travels too, man. Your people do not fuck around. They are here. They are in Discord. They are ready to talk to you. You want to take some calls?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Let's start. We're going to start right at the top of the list. Cherry Soda, unmute your microphone. Guys, when you get into there, you don't have to mute your microphone. It does it for you automatically. I don't even have it on push to talk anymore, so you should be fine. So when I pull you up, unmute your microphone. Cherry Soda, you're live with Dead on Dave. And Mother, what can we do for you today?
Hello, I'm sorry. I was having to do something.
No, you're good. Oh, she muted again.
Oh my gosh, this computer, I'm so sorry.
You're
it started
good.
breaking right as this happened.
No worries.
This happens more than you would think. Hello.
How you
Hi,
doing?
Terry.
Hello. You scared me because I started hearing my name and I was like, why are they mentioning me right now?
So Cherry here is one of my mods. Probably I would consider like one of my head mods in my server, and she's also the creative person in charge of who actually made the outro that plays at the end of all my videos.
Nice.
So yeah, so this is Cherry, the one I was talking about earlier.
Very
nice
hard
to
on
meet you,
it.
Cherry.
I would just like to say
You did.
it was a fun thing to make. That was also my first ever commission.
Oh, very cool.
Was it? Oh, well, I'm happy.
It was kind of the only other commissions I've done. I didn't get the money actually, so I don't count it.
Yeah.
They just sort of offered me, so I was like, thanks.
So what do you got for us today?
I really, really wanted to congratulate Blair for hitting 100K. I am so proud.
It's crazy.
I went off on my boyfriend. I was like, holy shit, she did it.
She did it in 5 months.
I was like, she did it. I thought it would take like a while, but it didn't.
Well, I mean, couldn't have done it without obviously the positivity and the stuff that you and all the other mods definitely carry in the server as well. Because I'll be honest with you, Dave, my mods, I let them pretty much know that they can be as banhammer happy as they want, because I'd rather have a server that is too strict on the rules than too lax. And Cherry lays down that hammer, but she's also one of the fairest people when laying down that hammer too. And so she helps keep a lot of shit in control.
Mods are important. Mods are important.
She's
really
absolutely incredible.
The community on Discord, because like it's so nice compared to other YouTube communities that I've been in. I've never been a mod for other YouTubers though, so I'm worried. I think I could never be a mod for any other server, because this server is just so good that if I were, I would not know what to do.
You do seem to have Valhalla over there, Blair. Jesus Christ. I mean, like, all this love and I'm not used to this.
No, it's really weird, because most servers are really, really toxic.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
The server is active, it's positive, and it's just, again, it's a big focus on being able to connect with people that like my content. So it's not just that I'm some foreign person behind a screen. I want to actually talk and hang out and, like, you know, be friendly with people. So.
Well, and Dave, you did mention about, you were asking about like her engagement.
Yeah.
Earlier, I know she said that she can't really gauge herself, but she's very good. She is. I wanted to say it then, but I was like, no, she's amazing whenever it comes to talking in the server. That's actually how I did the in card for her. I was just talking in voice chat, and I was like doing animations, and I was like, yo, could I do this for you? That's how that happened.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know what? Those are the best ways to make those type of friendships, those type of relationships, is just happen naturally. Like, oh, someone's doing something while I'm talking to them. Oh, well, I can do it for them. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn cool. Do you have anything else for us, Miss Cherry?
Nope, I will leave.
Much appreciated.
Thank you, Cherry. I'll talk to you later.
It is adorable. It is so adorable to hear you interact with these people. This is so. It's. I'm gonna have to go see a dentist after this. I really am. It's just.
Well, Cherry is definitely someone who I consider a friend as well. So Hope she hears that one because she sometimes questions it. But
she's
Cherry's
adorable.
fantastic.
Yeah, she seems to be. You got to have those right hand men and women. You got to have those people that you can depend on, because if you don't, it all falls apart.
Right.
It all falls apart. All right, let's keep these calls going. Mr. Irish, what's going on? You're live with Illuminati and Dead on Dave. What do you got?
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh no, I just want to say congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Irish. I know you've been here around with quite some time.
I've known this asshole for a little while, yeah.
I've been around a long time.
Friendly asshole. All right, see, I love you.
Thank you very much. You're just a friendly fat man. I don't know.
There you go. You know what? That's better than what I thought you were going to go with. So I'll take that shit. You know, I'm totally fine with that. Yeah. See, this is always a special thing. Mr. Irish calling in and just saying the minimum and then leaving. It's what he always does. Just wanted to say hi, Dave. Just wanted to say congratulations.
Fuck
to
you.
It's the truth. It's the truth. It's your exact call. It's your exact call. I don't know.
Excuse me now. I haven't been on your channel in over a year, so shut up.
I wasn't saying anything bad. I was appreciative for you gracing me with your presence.
Fuck you.
You got anything else for Illuminati, you fucking Irish asshole?
Oh yeah. Talk about it to you, ladies.
Good God. Thank you. Hey, what are you doing, by the way? You got anything to plug before you get out of here?
Nope.
I thought you were doing Twitch streaming and stuff.
I was going to, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to kind of do more editing stuff.
Could you be more Irish? I swear to Christ.
What?
No.
Did you want me to translate that for you?
Yes. No, I understood it, but I'm saying those actions are very Irish. I don't know what I'll do. I'll do something. It'll be fine.
Fucking you. Fuck you.
Anytime, baby. Thanks for calling in, Mr. Irish. Appreciate it, buddy.
No,
have a good one. It's been a while since I've had some of these guys call in. It's good stuff. Let's keep it going. We're going to get through as many of them as we can. Keeping it fast and loose. Classic all memes. You're live with Dead on Dave and Illuminati. What do you got?
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi.
Oh my god. I just wanted to congratulate Illuminati and ask, are you an oo-woo or an oh-whoa type of person?
Oh, shit. Oh, God, I knew this was coming.
This is the make or break moment for you. Don't fuck it up.
I think I'm the OOs. I like the O's, not the U's.
I'm an oo-woo.
Okay. I don't really know what any of this means, but I just think it's more aesthetically pleasing.
I'm unssubbing.
Okay, sorry, I miss you.
All right. Good luck, Blair. I hope you get that 1 million
thank
a year.
Aw.
You deserve it. I've been subscribed for a while now, and
thank you so much. Seriously, thank you for all your support. I really do appreciate it. It means the world.
Thanks a lot,
Bye,
Moose.
Blair.
Have a good one.
Bye.
That's funny. In the chat, you guys are already doing it. Are you an oh-whoa or oo-woo? Put it in there. Let's represent what you go. What you go with, where you come from. Represent whatever the fuck. I don't even know what that is. What does that mean? Do you know? I really don't.
I really have no idea. I just I think I saw it in a. This is a thing now.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's certainly a thing. All right. Code name Utopian. You're live with Dead on Dave and Illuminati. Unmute your microphone. What do you got?
Jesus, I forgot to mute the video before I came in.
You're good. No worries.
Shit. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. I would like to personally congratulate Blair. Once again, I did last night. But I want to congratulate you again on this big milestone. This is an amazing moment. I've been here for a while. I've been around for a while. Longer than you think, because I don't really comment on YouTube videos, and it took me a while to get onto the Discord.
Hey, but you got it, and you're now newly one of the newest mods in my server.
The newest.
Yes, the newest. So look at that.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your
milady or whatever. This is Reddit. Fuck it. But yeah, I just wanted to. Shit, I did have a fucking question too.
No worries.
Ah, damn. I was remembering it, then I got distracted, then I got spooked by coming in here. This happens to me all the time.
Well, if you remember it, I'll throw you back down the waiting call. If you remember it, I'll bring
you
back.
I'm fine. It was nothing important. I think it was just some sort of shitty meme.
Fantastic.
We can talk about it later in a voice chat.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, again, wanted to thank Blair for all the opportunities and this, just being in this community. This community is awesome. I want to thank you for starting all this to just be a part of this community. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love all the people in it. It's a great time. Well, even though we do have a couple problem apples, and I'll probably hit them with a hammer later.
Spill that tea, Codename. Spill that tea.
Oh, I know we're going.
I'm out of tea.
All right.
All right.
I've already spilled it enough. See ya.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
I love your community. Why are they all awesome? They're really good people. This is good stuff.
I will say that the Reddit or the Discord community is pretty curated because I do ban a lot of people. We do have problem people that come in. I have no problem with letting the ban hammer lay down because I just don't tolerate a lot of shit in that Discord. So
Fair enough. Let's bring in Evan. You're live with Dead on Dave and Illuminati. What do you got?
Do either of y'all play video games?
Yeah, every day on Twitch. I do, yeah.
What games?
You name it, man. Right now I'm playing Resident Evil 2 Remastered, a little bit of Super Smash Brothers. I'm a big Pokemon freak, Hearthstone, Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed, Fallout, you name it. I play it, baby.
Do you play Rainbow Six Siege?
No. So I guess you
there.
can name some games that I don't play. I don't play a lot of combat games that are realistic. Let me go ahead and put you right there. I did 2 tours in Iraq and it kind of fucked with me a little bit. If it's too realistic, I can't fuck with it. I'll get nightmares and shit. I'll be a big baby. I don't want to deal with that. But
Blair, how about you?
Yeah, Blair. What do you play?
I mainly play a lot of Soulsborne. Big Dark Souls fan. So take that as you will. I love Dark Souls.
By turning up my headphones very loudly.
Just like a Dark Souls game, so you're good. It's all par for the course.
All right, so what difficulty on Dark Souls 3 then, Miss Blair?
Dark Souls 3 probably has to be one of my favorite games, but it's not because it's difficult. It's only difficult the first time you ever play, and as you know, every time you go up a level, you go to NG plus 7 or whatever is the cap. It gets difficult every time, but it really is a unique playing experience. So it gets harder, yes. The monster's HP is harder, blah, 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 all that good shit. But it's just a fun game because you play with a different type of character, whole different build. It's a whole different game all over again. That's why I love that game so much. It's so great.
Also, do you know how you called out r/slash on botting?
Sure. I'm familiar with my video.
He saw that and said he doesn't bot, and he actually put up a video about it.
Yeah, I know. We're well aware of all that. We saw that. He didn't really explain much in that video, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. He made his community post, then later had to edit to say don't raid people because his server was raiding my server, which is against Discord terms of service, and I let him know that. And so he edited that. And then we talked. We've been emailing for the past week, so we have been in communication with each other. And he pretty much reiterated in the video the same thing he put in the community, so there wasn't new information there. And then a couple days later, he finally said something about the harassment, and that's kind of where the conversation's been left. And I think we're both just trying to kind of leave it behind in the past. I think that's the best thing for the Reddit community as a whole.
I think that's the best way to go,
I have
Evan.
one last question.
Hit it.
Sure.
Have you ever encountered a r/slash entitled parent yourself?
I have, yes. Yeah, before I graduated college, I used to work hard. That was like my job. And I worked at a Six Flags water park, actually. And so you could imagine the entitled parents there. What do you mean my child can't swim in this closed pool? And I'm like, well, ma'am, someone just puked all over this pool. So unless you'd like to swim in the puke, I suggest you not.
You should make a video about that.
That would
Maybe,
be a good story.
Perhaps one day I will talk about my own entitled parents' shenanigans I've run into.
I like that. All right, Evan, thanks a lot for the call, man.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, so Retro Citizen Chan said they've been in there for a while. Let's bring them in. I've been going right down the list. Retro Citizen, or excuse me, Retro Citrian Chan, you're live with that on David Illuminati. What do you got?
Yeah, I can be heard. Hi, Mom. How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Yo, so I don't really have any questions. I do have one bit of advice for you. Well, actually, 2 bits of advice. Blair, earlier in the live stream, you said you wanted to break into the commentary community, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So my advice to you is, it's not really good advice, but it's still advice. There's this YouTuber who's probably one of the biggest in the commentary community that I think you can take inspiration from, called, his name on YouTube is Just a Robot. He's so good at what he does on YouTube that he had an old channel of the same name that got the email hacked and got the channel deleted because somebody didn't like a commentary he made, and at that point he had like 100,000 subscribers. Immediately after that happened, he created a new channel, and in just a few short months got it double the amount of subscribers that his old channel has. So that's a channel you can really take some inspiration from. Another channel you can take inspiration from while you're doing your Reddit videos is popular YouTuber MOIRAI. Just look at how energetic he is during his videos and how much he edits and all that.
There you go.
Well, there's
Good
definitely
advice.
2 channels to definitely take a look at. Thank you.
Yeah, although with MOIRAI's channel, he's more of a gaming YouTuber. You have to go to his second channel to really see his Reddit content.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair enough. Thank you.
Good
Yeah, that's
advice.
all I had to say. I hope that you get to 1 million someday. You deserve it. But one more thing. I actually do have one question though.
Yeah. What's up?
Before I go, Reddit channels fluctuate heavily on this platform. Like, they're popular for several months, and then for double that time they're dead, and then they're up for several months, and then they're dead again. It's just a back and forth fucking cycle. So, like, what are you gonna do during the several months that Reddit channels just die? They're just flat.
Yes, Illuminati,
That's the
tell
whole
us what you're
point of
going to do
going
when you
into
start to fail a
commentary.
little bit. Yeah.
The whole point of integrating commentary is very similar, just, a little different of an angle.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out about YouTube though is you have to try with several different channels to make it big. You're gonna before you get popular on YouTube, you're gonna find yourself going through several different personas on several different channels.
Hey,
I mean,
perhaps.
maybe.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But it's good insight regardless, man. Thanks a lot.
Yep, thank you.
Have a good
I'm gonna go back to watching the stream and have a nice night.
Sounds good.
Thank you,
Smash
you too.
that like button for me. If you did it already, unlike it, like it again, but this time, do it with some love in your heart. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one.
Fuck.
He's going to say something. That was definitely the beginning of fuck. There was no question. They're not so nice after all.
Oh, shush. I have a fantastic fan base. Stop that.
Let's bring in one of my personal favorites. Not necessarily from your fan base, but one of my favorite people, Core Master. What's going on, Master? Core, you're live with Dead on Dave and Illuminati. What do you got?
What's up? I've been a total fan of Blair's for a total of 2 minutes now.
Oh my god, thank you.
I just decided to sub you. I'm also thinking about unsubbing you with that uwu comment.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
That happened more than 2 minutes ago, so you're lying to me already.
So when are you gonna start doing Illuminati games in Twitch again? Because I seriously love watching you on Twitch.
So Twitch, I'm gonna return to it in a little bit. I still kind of moving and building my new office, so that's kind of really what I'm waiting for there. Essentially, I'm gonna get a new PC at the end of this month, and that's probably when I'm gonna go back to doing some Twitch stuff. As for gaming, I have my second channel, Naughty Games, which I've been a total turd and haven't uploaded in like 3 weeks now, but I am playing mostly like N64 games over there. And some Dark Souls.
Games. God, what a tease fucking channel. I'm sorry. You're going to take some shit from me on that one. Man. People are coming there thinking the wrong things.
Well, I mean, my Discord server is called the Nude World Order, yet I refuse to have any not safe for work sections and stuff like that. So take that as you will.
I think that's why you're so relatable, because you can tell you don't get hung up on a lot of the same bullshit that so many others will.
It's just life is already stressful. We don't need a whole bunch of other bullshit getting.
Right? Good Lord.
One last thing real quick, Dave.
Yeah,
I just wanted to just say I'm on your channel before Tommy's, so you can brag about that.
It's about fucking time. Why is he live? Was he doing something today?
No. I just never joined his waiting to call ever.
Oh, actual live. That's see, I get something. Dave gets something. Thank you, Core Master.
Yeah,
you know what? I
boy.
will rub that in.
All right, I want you guys to get to more callers, but I appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks for calling
I'll
in,
talk
man.
to you later.
Take it easy, brother. Good shit. I love Core Master, man. That dude's nuts. I love him to death.
He's great.
He's a good guy, man. There's some good people, man. We got a lot of good people. Got to surround yourself with the good ones. It's okay to expel the bad, but surround yourself with the good. All right, let's try to speed through some of these. We got Draconius Ridley. You're live with that on Dave and Illuminati. What do you got?
Hello there. I was just wanting to.
Oh, excuse me, 1 second, real quick, because I don't want someone to get mad. Retro Chen was not telling me to go fuck myself. He was saying fucking subscribe. So just to put it out there, Retro Chan's a good dude. There you go. Now eat me. I'm sorry, Draconius. Go ahead. What do you got?
It's perfectly fine. I was just kind of wanting to say, like, the first video that I ran into with Illuminati was just about the furry fandom. And
okay.
That was absolutely hilarious. We love to see when people tear apart, like, the bad side of the community.
Well, I mean, I didn't necessarily want to tear apart furries, you know, and I even have a bunch of fans in the Discord that are furry, so I get it.
I said that a little bad. I didn't really mean tear apart. It just meant, like, you know, kind of make fun of that bad part, because we do it all the time.
Well, that's good to know there's a common alliance here.
Yes. Good shit.
And just, I really wish you do make it to 1 million.
Oh.
I really...
Very nice.
Thank you.
It's like, a lot of my friends in the community really love your channel.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to include more stuff. I really actually had a great time making that video about the study that was about, like, the statistics of furries or whatever. I thought that was actually really interesting. So I did enjoy making stuff like that.
That's good.
All right, Draconius. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate the call.
All right.
Have a good day.
Good day.
Yeah, have a good one. We're going to try and get through these. I'm going to go into the middle of the list. Oh, we got so many people. I'm going to get Zanta in here because he's usually quick to the point. Let's bring in Zanta Claws, one of my buddies, one of my pals. What's going on there, Kyle? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hi, Zanta.
Hey.
So it took for a beautiful woman to be on my channel for you to call in again, Kyle. You know, I'm gonna take it to the heart. I'm gonna take shit to the heart, man.
You can if you want, but
you love how it's like tough shit. Do it, take it however you want to. You no longer matter. What do you got for us, Kyle?
I want to make a prediction because I made a prediction about when Blair would hit 50k.
Yep.
So I'm going to predict between 750k to 1 million by the end of the year.
Ooh, holy shit.
By looking at the stats and everything.
If you're right, Zanta, I will literally PayPal you 1,000. Christmas Day.
Nice.
That'll be great.
You can hold me to that. I will.
Yeah.
I will.
You said it on the air. You got to do it now.
I did. And also a big shout out to Zanta. He is one of my 4 or 5 editors that I have that actually help me on my channel. So massive shout out to Zanta for doing, like, fantastic work for me as well.
I didn't even know he was doing that. That's awesome. Good stuff, Kyle.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else for us, Mr. Zanta?
But yeah, congrats on the 100k.
Thank you.
Very big milestone, and I think you will hit 1 million.
Oh, I think
absolutely. Yeah, I hope. I'm hopeful, but I don't want to expect it because then I'll just be disappointed.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx it.
Exactly.
All right.
All right, Zanta, I appreciate it, buddy.
Bye, Zanta.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you, Dave.
No, I don't even matter. You hear this? Is unbelievable. I'm not supposed to matter, but still, I still take it a little bit of heart and think, oh, I've known you for a long time. You don't even care. No, you don't matter, asshole. I love it. Let's see. JM Kingy. You're live with that on Dave and Illuminati. What do you got?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Blair. Hey, Dave.
What's up?
Hey.
Just wanted to say congrats on the 100k. You earned every single one of them. All those subscribers.
Well, you're very phenomenal as well. We've had some great times in the Minecraft server. You're a cool human.
It'd be great if more people actually played the Minecraft server. Half the time, there's only like 2 people online.
Shh, we don't have to talk about that. That's fine.
All right, you got anything for us today?
Just wanted to say, I know you answered this in the 100K. By the way, thank you for featuring me. I was fangirling all day.
Absolutely.
Even though we praise the sun, do we stand the sun?
Wait, do we? Oh, we praise the sun.
But do we stand it?
We stand it. We stand the sun.
Can I ask what's with the rattle? I just want to know. It's an interesting thing. I hear a rattle. What's happening?
Oh, it's these headphones. They're like Apple headphones.
Oh, shit. I thought he was literally like doing like a fucking Indian war chant while he was like answering the question, because it was only rattling as he was answering the question. So I thought he was doing it deliberately. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Are we getting a fucking curse laid on us? That's amazing.
I'm using really bad Apple headphones.
No, you're good.
Okay, you're good.
I just want to say, I am so happy that someone finally got Blair to say, "Oh well."
Oh my god, fine.
We've accomplished something.
You all planned this.
We've been trying to get her to say it in Discord for months, and she's finally said it.
I love the community in here as I'm seeing praise Paylor, and he had to go ahead and actually say Sun God in D&D. That's awesome. I love your people.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
King, you got anything else for Blair?
Just saying, I know everyone's wishing you'll get to 1 million, but let's face it, Blair, we know the next big YouTube war is going to be Illuminati versus Pewds.
Ooh,
It's true. It's true.
coming for you, Felix.
We're coming for you, Felix.
One crown. All right, man. Thanks a lot for the call.
So yeah, thanks for inviting me on.
Good. No problem at all. I love that rattle. Everyone's got to have
Do you
a
mind
gimmick.
if we bring in Tidbit? I know he's been waiting, and
Whoever you want.
Tidbit has a phenomenal voice too, so I just want to warn you.
Oh, I'm excited for it. Tidbit, you're live with Dead on Dave and Illuminati. Unmute that beautiful microphone. Let's hear this
Yes,
voice.
Tidbit.
Oh, I didn't really think I'd be on here.
Oh, you're
Hello.
right.
I
Who
know,
is
right?
this mountain of man meat? How are you doing, Tidbit? I'm liking this.
I am just almost getting over the sickness. There's still just a few coughs left in me.
How are you doing?
Wonderful voice. What do you got for us, Tidbit?
I've got a few things. First question is, do you play Smash? And if so, what's your Smash main?
Me or Dave?
Yeah, which one of
Both.
us? Oh, okay, you first, Blair.
I don't play Smash, so don't hate me.
I just started playing Smash, and I'm awful at it. I kind of like rocking the Zelda, though. I like using Link.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm boring. I don't even know if that's good. I just use them.
Yeah. Second thing is, I have a game suggestion for the server. It can host up to 24 players at once.
What is it?
It'd be good for the just get-togethers. It's called a Super Slime Arena. You get 4 buttons: left, right, jump, and attack. That's it.
Can you like DM that to me? I'm totally down to take a look at that and do a game
Cool, yeah.
server. Yeah.
All right.
Man,
Right, yeah,
tell me he does not sound a little bit like Markiplier. Just a little bit.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
I get that on a daily basis. I don't see where it is.
What are you talking about? The only thing you can do to sound more like Markiplier right now is fucking cry. That's it.
Oh.
I love Markiplier. He cries all the time. I love him, but he does. Wouldn't it be amazing if that really was Markiplier and I just said that to Markiplier? That would be the most amazing
I'd
fucking
cry
thing.
if you were really Markiplier.
That would be incredible.
Trust me, if I was Markiplier, I'd be able to fix my broken PC.
That's fair. That's
I'm
fair.
currently running on like my just this crappy old house computer.
That's too
big mood.
Yeah,
Tidbit, you got anything else for
Obviously,
Blair?
I'm a voice actor with the VA at the end.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I do a plethora of voices.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Man
Like,
after
if
my
you
own
give me a
heart.
range and an accent, I can probably do it.
Yeah. You and I should have conversations sometime.
Cool.
I'm the exact
Yeah,
same
talk
way.
to Dave. Dave got some cool shit too.
My
so.
voice is all
I'm
screwed
talking
up
to
right
Dave
now.
right now.
You are
I
talking
know.
to Dave right now. My voice is all screwed up right now as well. But I've been known to throw a little Cartman out there every so often, a couple other voices. So, I mean, check me out sometime.
Cartman?
Let me know if I'm any good. Yeah.
What's Cartman?
You know, Eric Cartman from South Park, when I come in, I kick you square in your nutsack. I could also do the more recent Cartman where he talks about, like, Wendy, talk about your vagina and all that type of stuff. But me personally, I like when he gets all rage fury back in this way. But that's pretty cool because I kick you in the nuts. Pretty cool. Screw you guys.
My limited knowledge
I'm
of
going
South Park, that's fairly close.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It used to be a
That's
lot.
the one thing about me, I know nothing. I'm like a grandpa on the internet. It's like,
Let's just send that meme. Let's just the Prater Harambe and junk. Why are you playing to a monkey? It's a monkey.
That's right. I like this guy. Anything else for Blair, Tidbit?
Well, truthfully, I came to talk to you, Dave, because I can talk to Blair in her server.
Fair enough.
For some reason, she drags me into the panic room. I don't know why.
Well, I'll give you one more question for me because we got a lot of callers. I do want to get through as many of them as we can, but we're getting in there into the hour and a half thing, which is longer than I think either one of us wanted to go. So,
yeah. You should probably bring Maddie in here.
Will do.
Maddie? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one, Tidbit. Thanks a lot.
All right. Bye, Tidbit.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You got some talent. You got a little bit of talent in there. I like it.
Like I said, I love my community.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we got in. Maddie, you're live with That on Dave and Illuminati. What do you got?
Oh my goodness, so I actually wrote cue cards for this.
You wrote cue cards?
Because I'm nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous.
It's
You're
fine.
fine. We've talked in VCs before. It's just like a voice chat. That's all.
Breathe.
Yeah. I was wanting to say I wanted to congratulate you. I'm very proud, and she means so much to all of us in the server.
Thank you, Maddie.
She's very patient. She's super sweet, and I like to leave her cute videos and pictures whenever I find any.
You do. And Maddie, by the way, has been privately kind of DMing me back and forth a little bit, just like, especially during the whole drama that was happening like the past 2 weeks when it was absolute hell. Maddie, right here, you've been an absolute superstar. Like, I know I hadn't always been replying or stuff like that, but I have been reading, and you did literally make my day so many times when I was just like so fucking done with everything.
I do actually have a thing I want to do for you. I want to implement your character as a My Hero character and give you a quirk. If you want to help me with that.
Oh my god! I would love that. It's like the only anime I know.
I also heard about the Eraserhead thing.
Oh no. Oh yeah, you did watch that.
No, I have not yet, but I will.
Okay.
But yeah, I can be kind of protective of Blair. I'll admit that much because I care so much.
Ain't nothing wrong with
that. No,
that.
you honestly, Maddie, you are absolutely a fantastic human. I absolutely think you're a pleasure to have in the server, and when you get to like talk in DMs, you're amazing.
So
I think I might actually cry because I'm happy.
Don't cry. Do not cry. I love you. I'm sending you.
This cannot be allowed on YouTube. This is too much sweetness. There's somebody's gonna come here and tell us all to drink bleach. It's gonna happen. Unbelievable.
That's not my type of server. That's not just who we are. I think we're all really great.
I'm just really happy that you made it to 50K. Is it? It's
100K.
100K. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry.
No, Maddie.
You're good.
You are fine. Don't even worry.
It's all right, Maddie. You did a good job. Thank you for the call.
No problem.
Thank you, Maddie.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. She's adorable.
Like I said, everyone in my server, and Maddie literally, I was through some shit during that stuff, and I sent my server that I had to stop talking because my local police essentially said, do not talk like on social media and anything, and I felt really bad. So Maddie was sending me DMs, wishing me that I was okay, hoping I'm having a good day, and it just like sucked that I couldn't respond to anything, and I just had to be quiet. But she was awesome.
By the way, RetroTran says, let Blair know I'm working on a series of animations using her sprites that all string together to be used in a video. Good stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
That was really nice.
You guys are so sweet.
We're not going to get through everybody because more people keep coming on in as we keep going. So let's pick a few more. I think this is the person who said they wanted to come in. I can't tell because the name that's in the chat is not the one in the Discord. But let's see if that's the person. T. Sunny Spade. You're live with That on Dave and Illuminati. What do you got? Got to unmute that microphone, sweetie.
Uh-oh.
Going once. Going twice.
Okay, we're good.
Yay.
There we go. All right, real quick, what do you got for us?
I just have a quick question since some lady stole my original question, which was whoa versus ulu.
You monsters.
Scandalous.
Cats versus dogs. Pick a side.
Dogs.
Ooh.
Now, it's not to say I don't like cats.
I'm with
it's
you.
just, have you ever seen a Shiba Inu? Because I have.
To be fair, they are adorable. They are the best. I
Yes.
can confirm.
Are you a
I
cat
do also
person?
like
You
a
sound like a
Scottish
cat
fold.
person.
I am a cat person,
Sounds
but I
like
have more dogs than cats.
No, I mean, I like Shiba Inus. I like a Sammy. I also, on the cat side, a Scottish fold. Heckin' adorable. I can't hate on it. I think animals are all precious. I don't think we deserve animals, dogs, cats, whatever. So, I mean, that's a tricky question. I prefer a dog over a cat, but I'm not going to hate a cat either.
Cats are assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, I like cats, but cats are assholes. I mean, they're very, they don't need us. Dogs need us.
Right.
Dogs are stupid. They need us. They can do less for themselves than cats can.
Cats
so-
decide they'll tolerate us.
Yes, until they can inevitably eat us if we happen to die in their presence.
Exactly.
It's unfortunate. All right, D, you got anything else for us, Miss Spade?
I do not.
All right. You have a great rest of your day.
You too.
All right,
Bye.
have a good one.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna give the last call tonight to you. Who do you want to take? That's right. I'm gonna turn you against your community. You gotta choose.
Well, you know what? I'm really biased. I got to go with the Blair as our favorite caller.
That's hard.
Whoever changed their name to that.
Congratulations, winner, chicken parm dinner. Blair is our favorite. You're the final caller of the night. You're live with Dead on Dave and Blair. What do you got?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Can't believe this is happening.
Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Don't waste it.
Ooh, I like the song reference.
Yeah, you like that? It was good.
Yeah.
I just want to say hello and congratulate you on 100K.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome blossom. Thanks a lot, our favorite.
Thank you for this opportunity.
We'll take one more. Take one more,
Okay.
Blair.
Let's go with Laser.
Laser. All right, let's go with Laser for the real time, for really real final call of the night. You're live with Dead on Dave and Blair. What do you got?
Oh,
Hi,
oh my!
Laser.
You all right?
Laser.
Oh my gosh!
You
Oh
got
my
this.
gosh.
You got it. You got it, Laser. What do you got for us?
All right. I just want to quickly say this right now, Blair. You are possibly like the best Reddit channel I've ever watched. Honestly,
Oh, thank you.
it's like one of those feelings where like your heart's just beating out of your chest right now.
No, please. You honestly, you've been such a fantastic human. And by the way, Laser setting up, which ironically, I don't have my own subreddit, and Laser's been behind that. So, yeah. So right here, this is the creator of the Illuminati subreddit, and so major props to you for all the work you're putting into that as well.
I'm doing
So
my
thank
part.
you.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
You are, and
Good
thank
job.
you for that.
Also, another thing as well, like, I actually really was like watching it for a while now, and I really like it. I really like it because unlike most other Reddit channels, you actually have like more of a personality, to say the least.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. No shade, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a
we're
weird
not
thing too.
saying
Like,
that the other Reddit YouTubers just read the stories and that's it. But yeah, I guess that is kind of what I'm saying. Blair's awesome. Get on her level, suckers. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue. I apologize. I
what are you
got to shill
doing
her. I
here
got to
right
shill her. I
now?
got to shill her.
You have to sub to Blair right now, okay? Let's get her. Let's get her to 1 million.
1
No,
million.
no, no. Let's get her. Let's get her to PewDiePie levels.
Oh boy.
Why not? No, now we got to say get her to T-Series levels because that's the new king on the internet,
Exactly.
even though we know who the real king is.
PewDiePie is always in our hearts.
Felix, long live forever his name. You got anything else for us, Mr. Laser?
Well, I guess one thing I can possibly say is that like it would be really interesting if you tackle some like more weirder like subreddits.
Like, what's on your mind? What you thinking?
I would say are vegan because like I'm vegan and like I just love it when like my own community gets bashed.
I've seen some inklings in my Discord about vegan. I've actually, to be honest, r/shitty vegan food porn. I think that's the name of it.
Oh man, that's just funny because like it's always like that weird thing where like, oh, vegan supplements are disgusting. Ugh. But like they just go out of their way to just like bash it, and like it's just beautiful just seeing my own community get bashed like this.
Well, you know what? I have a little sister, and she's, and I regularly we text and send her horrible anti-vegan memes. So I kind of know where you're coming from.
And
know, it
sometimes
wasn't-
you just gotta bash on your community just to respect it.
Well, yeah, I mean
A little
that's
bit.
how it goes sometimes. And what I've learned a lot about vegans. Like, do you know what vegan stands for in Latin?
Doesn't eat good food.
Bad hunter. Bad hunter.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, really?
No, not at all.
Interesting.
That was 100% lie. There's just 100. I made that up. Don't ever trust me.
Boo.
Laser, thank you so much for the. It was supposed to be a joke. Nobody left. It was a good joke.
I thought you were being serious.
Vegan equals bad hunter. That's fucking great. Nobody appreciates it. This is why I'm stuck under 10,000.
I mean, hey, you're not wrong. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Laser. Thanks a lot for the call, man. Have yourself a
I'm happy to be
fantastic
here.
vegan night for you, sir.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. Oh, God. Illuminati, I've had so much fun with you tonight, man. Hopefully you had a good
This was
time,
fun.
too.
Oh, I did. I loved it. This was awesome, Dave. Thank you for having me.
It's no problem
This
at
was
all.
great.
Anything that maybe you wanted to get to that we didn't, now is your time. The floor is yours. Tell the kids whatever message you might have, including where to find you, and anything else that you might want to get off your chest before we go. Floor is yours.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm on Hot Ones now, but I didn't. The fucking
Shout out to my boy
dab,
Sean
I don't know
Evans.
what to do. Love Sean Evans. I don't know, guys. Like, hey, what's up? Let's subscribe and join the Discord. That's probably the big one. I've got a really healthy community on there. As long as you're not a total dickhole, you'll have a fantastic time there. So that's kind of that. And then let's see what happens in the next year.
There you go. Onwards and upwards. Blair, thank you so much. It really has been fun. And hopefully I'll get you on here more often, because I got a feeling if you really are going to give me these every 100,000, we're going to be doing this quite frequently. So buckle up.
I promise you I'll do it if you want to deal with me some.
I will have you on here anytime. I had so much fun with you tonight, and I really do appreciate it.
All right, then it's a deal.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to finish it up, and I'll hit you up in the DMs to make sure I wasn't too awful today. So.
You're fine. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, Illuminati. Oh, God, congratulations to her. 100,000 subscribers. This is not a small feat, guys. This is a big feat. It seems like it's gotten to be trivialized, but the reality is 100,000 is on the road, especially when you do it in the speed of which she's been able to do it. And she seems to be doing it with a wonderful community, an open rapport with the people that she talks to, and just a good, humble outlook. This was a refreshing thing to see, and I think it's something that I needed personally for me. I needed to see a perspective that was not jaded. I needed to see a perspective that wasn't corrupted by all the shit that we had. Come on. Some of my regulars, the people who are part of the commentary community, wasn't this fucking amazing? I mean, you heard this shit? This is how YouTube and this shit can be. It exists. It's fucking Valhalla, man. We found it. It's there. So thank you, guys. I appreciate everybody who showed up today and supported. It means the world. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys over here more often. I do daily shows, Dead on Dave Live. I have a plethora of co-hosts that come on and do all kinds of different things. YouTube, sometimes maybe in some subreddit stuff, because we got to get them views, baby. We're going to start doing some more subreddit stuff and all that stuff. And you can also catch me on Twitch each and every single day playing those video games, noon to 3. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully you have a fantastic evening. Keep it copious, folks. And remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends like Blair, Illuminati, 100,000. We're on our way to 2. We'll see you next time. And peace. Hit us with that outro and give a little bit of love to the Patreons. Good night. Who asks these type of questions, but why doesn't any of my people ever be so nice to me? I don't get called mother. I make a great mother. Call me a mother or call me nothing. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.